All right. I think, yes, we are going live. Hello, and welcome to another
Hello.
installment of Sunday Night Snacks. God, we got to get
Yay.
you a hard copy. We got to get you a
I know I
physical
can't
copy of the
hold
book.
anything. I feel
Oh,
weird.
man. Oh, no. Yeah, that we got to rectify that as soon as possible.
Yep.
Yeah, but anyway, here we are, Sunday night, Snack night. This is another 3,000 miles apart version. I'm here in San Diego, California, and Abby, why don't you give us a tour of where are you at today? I mean, we know you're in New York,
I'm
but
I'm currently in the lounge of my dorm. Here it is. It's set up really weird right now because we were playing a game. We were playing tag in here. So
Mhm.
it's a little crazy. But I don't know if you guys can see because my computer's really weird, but it's really pretty outside. And the VMAs were tonight. So I watched the fireworks from the VMAs from my window and it was beautiful. But yeah, I'm in my lounge on the 19th floor of my beautiful
The
building.
fireworks from the VMAs you watched from were they above you or below you?
Below me. Well, they
Oh
were they were
wow.
that way. They were that
Uh-huh.
way, and like they looked like they were more down from me, but yeah.
Maybe
But it
you're
was
if
really
you're
fun
over there,
sitting
they'd
here.
be high. Anyway, yeah, how
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
It's just
yeah. But
yeah,
it's fun
you're
to
in a
watch
very
them from here.
well, let's put it, you're in a very vertical city now, right? Rather than the spread out, sprawling Southern
Yeah.
California. It's exciting. You were
hmm
telling me, we're going to get into Snacks. All right. We're going to read number 36 tonight, of course. If anybody wants to join the conversation, the link is there. This is the link, tinyurl.com/KloobySnack36. For you to just come on in to the studio with Abby and I right now. Some people may be watching on social media. Get your comments in, your likes, your shares. But yeah. So what's the big news for the week? What's the big win for the week before we get into tonight's snack?
Wait, is there an answer you're looking for? Or are we just
No. Like, what's your
diving?
win, or what's
Oh,
the last week
um,
it was more obvious. You know what I mean? Now you're settling into some normal rhythm. I could
yeah.
say
There's a
right
lot of
now, I know,
stuff.
like, I was sitting on the couch last night and Marianne, my wife, your mom, starts like laughing. I'm like, "What's up?" She's like, "Abigail got into the post." I'm like, "What post?" And it's like the Fordham Athletics post from the football game, and whoever's going around taking pictures saw like one of the most photogenic people in the crowd and made sure. Anyway, so you're there, you're immersed in college life. Like, we
Yeah.
saw you like magazine style, documentary style photo shoot in the crowd at the football game. Anyway, that was cool for us. But what about you? How was your
Yeah,
week?
that was really fun. I got to go because our school has two campuses. So all my friends here, where we got on the Ram van, it's called, and it's just a big van driven by a Fordham student. And we drove like the 50 minutes into the Bronx and explored their campus. And we had no clue where we were going, and it was really fun. We just like wandered around. We were wandering through buildings and like seeing what the other campus was like and meeting other people. And then we went to the football game. Like that was really, really, really fun because we're so used to here. But after that, we confirmed that we like this campus way better. But um, it was fun to go see the other one. It was really, really, really beautiful. Also, I don't know, the weather is changing. It's been weird this weekend, which is I feel like typically I'd be complaining about, but it's cool. It's cool. It was like yesterday it was like 85 degrees. We walk outside, it's so hot, but it's like pouring rain and there's like thunder and lightning, and it was like, wow, this is so cool. And then like we were at the game and it was raining and like I wasn't upset. And then like last night my friends and I, we all went out and we came back, and as we were walking back from the subway, and like we got off at the station that was like really far from us, and we just like did the trek in the rain, and it was like it was so fun. I had no complaints, so that's really fun. And I'm also um, getting more used to my schedule and my classes, and I really 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 like my classes. I like my professors, so that's been really fun too. Weirdly, I have my first meeting for the school newspaper tomorrow, so
Oh, is that
that's really
right?
fun. Yeah, I'm really
Mhm.
excited. Um,
Like, are
yeah, I
you
think
like are
that's it.
you automatically on the paper, or is it a class that you take, or you have to apply
It's
or
not a class.
compete,
It's
or
technically it's like a club, but it's called the Fordham Observer. And I
Mhm.
was talking to my orientation leader, and she's like the I don't know if they. I mean, maybe they do call it editor in chief. I don't know. They have like some of their title names are different, but she's somewhere high up um, in like for the Observer. So I was talking to her, and she's like, "We would like literally love to have you." And she like got all my like information down, whatever. And yeah, so the meeting is tomorrow, first one. We'll see how that goes. And I'm also going to a concert tomorrow at Radio City Music Hall, which is so
You're
crazy. I'm so
what?
excited.
I've never been to
Yes,
Radio City Music Hall. I mean, I've walked around
I
outside.
get
I'm
to
like, there it is. Oh my
go.
god, that's that thing that I see on TV all the time. Like, it's amazing how quickly you're gonna check off all these things that like are on my bucket list or something, right?
Yeah, so I'm going
Um,
tomorrow. Um, to see this artist. His name's Mac DeMarco, and it's very just like wholesome, sweet, the kind of sad music. I'm so excited. I've literally wanted to see him live for forever and ever and ever. Yeah, so much is happening, and I literally love it. I love it here. So,
well, wonderful,
my
wonderful.
update.
Well, I should say, on the heels of that, thank you so much for fitting, KloobySnacks into your schedule. We're honored that you have this time with us, and we're only got 25 minutes left. I've gone from scheduling these from 45 minutes down to 30, just being real about the situation that we're in. And, I feel like we're playing a little bit with house money. We're more than halfway through. We're on number 36 tonight. Again, reminder, if anybody wants to in the next 20 minutes, come on in and hang out with Abby and I. Here we are. There's the link right there, KloobySnack/36 after tinyurl.com. And, next week it'll be 37, then 38, then 39, all the way through 52. And by now, everybody knows that KloobySnacks are divided. There's 52. They're divided into 4 baker's dozens. We went through Loving Flavored at the beginning of the year. Then we went through Ego Flavored to get us into the midway point of the year. And here we are in the Discipline Flavored baker's dozen. And just a couple more of these before we move into the last baker's dozen. I mean, we're inching our way towards only 13 weeks left in the year. I think 16 total. So it's a neat time of the year. This, football season, Labor Day is behind us. And then personally in my life, the 90-day challenge started, right? So we had opening day for the Integrity Game 90-day challenge, and now 11 more weeks in a row. I'm going to be conducting a series of all-star interview sessions. I might find a way to promote that by the end of our session tonight, like put up a link or screen share something that people can see. But, the semester's in full effect. I got an office. It's a fun time of year, right? The seasons are changing. Everybody's busy. The fall schedules are settling in. People are back at school. It's a cool time of year, and it's just always great to check in with you. I was smiling just a second ago when you were telling me about your week and your classes and so forth. I'm like, wait a second, we got to do a KloobySnack, because like literally I could sit here and just listen to you talk about what it's like to be a freshman at Fordham University in New York City for hours on end. And I was like, wait a second, we're here to do KloobySnacks. Okay. So are you ready? Let's do a little. I'll screen share and we can do a little review of just the snacks in the discipline flavored section, because time is of the essence. But I'll just do that and then we'll screen share. So the first snack in this section, discipline flavored, is we judge ourselves by intent while we judge others by their actions. This is always true. It's on display every day. If you really, really, really internalize this snack, you'll see it happening everywhere, all the time, all the day. We all do it. It's etc. But the greater awareness we can develop for it, we might be able to intervene in ourselves, be more patient with others, and ask the right questions to, unearth intentions and reframes and just on the way to having the discipline to be kinder with ourselves and others, etc. Number 27. Oh man, the biggest problem. Here's that word problem, by the way. It's going to come up again a couple more times. But the biggest problem with apology and forgiveness is the guilty verdict they both require. Now, Abby, did I tell you? I don't want to dive too much of a tangent, but do you recall previous weeks where when I would get to this snack, I'd be like, oh, I'm struggling with this particular snack. Oh, there's somebody I love very deeply, and I need to lead with apology in one hand and then forgiveness in the other and see what happens and brave the elements, etc. Have we talked about that? I think think maybe offline.
You mentioned it. You mentioned it. I don't know who or what you're talking about, but you.
Yeah. No, interesting. I think offline. I think that you would be, interested to know that I've won. That or love won, as it always does. Right. I went ahead. I braved the elements, made myself vulnerable, led with apology. To get to mutual exchange of apology, forgiveness, and the depths of it haven't been necessary yet, but there's been repair to a relationship that was broken for a while, and I'm just super, super thrilled about it and the potential that it has. I'll tell you about it offline, but that's a heavy snack. Number 28. I mean, it's like, that's the other thing. It's like, I didn't write this book because I'm the genius, I'm the guru, I know everybody else. These are all things I'm struggling with. These are all self-talk moments where I'm trying to be a better person, and I arrive at some meaning that helps me, in some way. But even though I wrote these snacks and have had some success with them, I still struggle with all of this and am living it and wear it on my sleeve. Want to be the best model I can be for you. All right. Number 29, the road to mastery is paved with fundamentals. I always like to say we put the fun back in the fundamentals. Oh, it's very dad jokey. It's very klooby dooby. Number 30, now here we go. There's a rhythm to these snacks, though, if we read them really fast without elaborating on them. right? The only mistake to be afraid of is the mistake we don't learn from, right? And again, if you're not ready to learn, then be very afraid, right? Let me put the little quotation mark on that guy to make it a little bit better right there. All right, there we go. The only mistake to be afraid of is the one we don't learn from. Look at this. The biggest problem with problem, mistake, right? So here we go. Right. So then every job is an inside job. We want discipline. We want to delay gratification. We want to dedicate to reality. We want to take the right levels of responsibility rather than not enough or too much responsibility, which is a tough one.
That's what I talked about. That's what I talked about when we talked about this one.
Yeah, it's a tough one. All right, 32. If you want to be paid attention, pay it first. This one puts a smile on my face because this is one of the ones I let you rewrite in my getting out of the way of all of the ideas that you had for this project, just to keep you engaged all the way through. Super dad genius. All right, number 33. This one's fun, and it surprised me because it was about business rather than intra personal, which is most babies live past the age of 5. ... Most businesses don't. It's totally why do businesses fail and what can we do about it? KloobySnack, right? But so I thought it was interesting that you picked it. And if I ever get to talk about business and the accountabilities of building, running, managing, growing a business, etc., that'd be a lot of fun. I'm glad that you're interested in what you haven't experienced yet. You've got your eyes on the future. It's really a neat mark of your maturity and your curious nature. Number 34, nothing works unless we do. Truth be told, I don't know if I really came up with this one. I'm 100% sure about most of the snacks, but this one, I'm like, did I come up with this one? I think I might have seen this one somewhere before. I don't know who came up with it, where I saw it. Well, I'm just going to throw it in there. And if somebody calls me out, we'll rewrite the book and put a new version up. We've got backup snacks if we need them. All right. Drum roll, please, to last week's snack. Thank you. The only problem that cannot be solved is the one that does not exist. This was last week, okay? And I think this is sibling to this week's snack. So let me get ready to screen share. Oh, no, I don't want to leave studio. I want to stay in studio. I want to share screen. I want to click that button. This is, it's always such an ordeal to get to share screen. All right, here we go. So we're on number 36 right now, right? And then, but starting with last week's, right? The only problem that cannot be solved is the one that does not exist. Let me go ahead and switch the banner. Boom. And then this week's snack is the toughest problem you'll ever solve. Oh, it hurts. The toughest problems you will ever solve are the ones that could have been prevented. Oh, I smile. Right? But like, you know what I mean? Like this one, they're siblings, right? Because the only problem and the toughest problem. So the only problem that cannot be solved is the one that doesn't exist. Isn't that optimistic? It's like, hey, we can solve it. Everything has to solve. There's always a way. Let's figure it out. This is an opportunity, hiding in disguise. It's not a problem. It's not all that optimism, right? But the sibling isn't as optimistic. It's kind of like regretful. It's like, hey, you could have prevented that one, couldn't you? Anyway, I'm done elaborating on this. Are you ready to read word for word?
Yes.
All right, take it away.
While writing this book, each response that I've written has unfolded differently. There were some snacks that I could write about immediately, knowing exactly what I wanted to say when I first read it. Other snacks, like this one, had me a little stumped, and I asked my dad to elaborate on what he means, hoping that by picking his brain, mine will start rolling. Sitting in said Mexican restaurant, I asked my dad to elaborate on this snack. After a few rare seconds of silence, my dad said, "An ounce of prevention can save you from pounds of problems." Oh, there's a spacing issue right there. Yes. Then it clicked. More times than not, preventing a problem is easier than solving a created one. I hate being in trouble. I hate getting my stuff taken away, privileges revoked, and not being able to see my friends. What I hate most about being in trouble, though, is constantly regretting my actions, knowing that if I had made one choice differently, I wouldn't be in a compromised position now. Getting ungrounded is difficult, despite what my dad says about my impressive manipulation skills. Some things I'm incapable of talking myself out of.
Is that it? That's it.
Is that it?
Some things yeah. And look how brief it is. It's just, it's all right there, right? Like first of all, there's a couple things that I'd like to elaborate on.
That was funny.
Well, tell me what you thought was funny. Let's hear it.
I just think that I could have just said after a few seconds of silence, but I had to include the after a few rare seconds of silence. Like I just that got a chuckle out of me.
Yeah, rare seconds. Yeah. Well, and props. A lot of this, there's so much self-reflexivity in the book. Like it's just remarkable to me how in a very non-threatening way, you're able to look within and be honest with yourself about what's really going on. It's like, it was just a fascinating project to have the book for all of this to come out rather than our day-to-day real-time conversations, because those were always stubborn fests, right? And all the things that we've talked about all year long. But this part is easy. I mean, not easy, but this part's interesting to me. Like, because this part, Abby, this part's over. It's over. Like, how can you get in trouble? What can I take away? How can you not? It's over. Are you
I'm free.
do you understand? Like, it's when people would say to me, "Oh, I saw that you dropped off your daughter. How was it? You must be sad. It must be really hard. It must be really difficult." I'm like, nope. One of the easiest things I've ever done. One of the best weekends of my life. They go, what? And I'm like, come on. And I do the politics, the diplomacy of it is, are you kidding? This is her dream. Well, how can I be sad about her dream? I'm so excited for her. I'm too excited for her to be, no, I knew she'd get in all the way. Are you kidding? She was born for New York. Are you kidding? And all of this stuff, right? Like, hey, this is awesome. It's a dream of a lifetime. I wish I was her. Like, are you kidding? I can't be sad. Da, da, da. And then the punchline is, and I didn't always like living with her. Like, and this is the part I didn't like.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be the one to confront you. I didn't want to be the bad guy. I didn't want to be the one to make things difficult in your life. I didn't want to be the source of you going into the self-reflexivity of regret. I didn't want you to consider it difficult and me the difficulty in terms of the path back to these things that you had lost if you had just made different decisions. I didn't like being the enforcer. I didn't like being the messenger that got shot. I didn't like being the bad guy. All the things I didn't like any of it, and I don't have any of that now. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's
also,
like,
I hope you know.
poof,
Wait,
gone.
I hope you know. I have the cleanest side of the dorm. I have been given props by my roommate and my suite mates and my RAs for how neat I keep the bathroom, how I'm the one who keeps it all in check, how my side of the room is always so clean. Just to let you know. So,
well, can I ask you about that a little bit?
I really don't have an answer. I don't know. Every morning I wake up and I make my bed, which is really, I think I did that once at home ever. But there wasn't like some jackpot at the end of it, like getting my phone back or something. So I don't know. I wake up and I like make my bed. And also I have more times. I have time in the morning. It's like I don't really have class until like 1 normally. Like that's the earliest. I have 8 a.m. But other than that, I only have class like at like 1 or at 4. So I just like wake up and I make my bed and I don't know what it is. And then I kind of just keep going. Also, I have less space. So it's like when one thing's on the floor, it looks really messy. So I always like keep everything away. Like under my bed is so neat. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I never have clothes before. My laundry, I put away neat. I fold it all. Everything. My drawers can open and close so easily. It's beautiful and amazing. So.
I want to. This is interesting because I don't think it has as much to do with tonight's KloobySnack, which is the toughest problem you'll ever solve, is the one that you could have prevented. But it is dovetailing into this very interesting conversation that I'm very interested in. Now, who knows? I'll give you the I don't know part, right? I'll give you the, hey, can you believe it? I'm the cleanest, or I'm getting recognized for my
cleanliness. I think it's really crazy.
Well, okay, sure. I'll agree with you and I'll give you that. What I want to ask about is the self-talk, or what's the level of awareness? Like when you're doing it, are you finding yourself subconsciously just doing it while your mind's on other things? Or are you saying to yourself, I want to be clean, I want to be the clean one? Are you willing yourself into a new habit, or is this habit like in you from upbringing, but it hasn't been,
I can
like
tell.
what's going on? Do you know what I mean? Like what's happening?
I think I'm going to be so honest. I think it's the waking up every day. And like the first thing I see when I open my eyes every single morning is New York City. And I wake up and it's like, I'm still like I've only been here. This is my 14th day here. I'm still in the like era of like romanticizing everything I do. Like when I walked to Target by myself earlier, and I was like listening to my music, and the whole thing felt like it was just like a scene from a movie. And it's like I'm just walking to Target in the pouring rain, and like all this stuff where it just feels like so romanticized and all the stuff. And I wake up and I see this city that I've like dreamed of living in since I've ever been here. And I don't know, I get up and then I'm just like, it's just so like automatically like motivating. And I like make my bed and I'm like doing my homework weeks before it's due because I'm sitting here looking at the city while I'm doing it. And I really think it's like the city is the motivator, which I knew or had a feeling was going to happen before I came here. Cause it's so, I don't know, everybody's driven, it's fast paced, all this stuff. There's always stuff happening and like, it encourages you to move along with that pace. So I give New York City the credit for my new habits, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's just been really, really, really weird. Not weird, but it's so, I don't even know the word, but to wake up and see the city, to go to sleep, like looking at the city, and I'm sitting at my homework. I'm sitting doing my homework, looking at it. I'm getting ready for the day, looking at it, and it's like, and then I even know, like every day, like my whole camera roll is just filled with pictures. Like these are all like today. Can you even see? Of just like the thing, and I'm like, I cannot believe like I just like I live here, and it's. I don't know, like that's my motivator. And I just sit in bed and I see this all day, or whenever I'm in bed, it's all I'm looking at. Or then when I leave my dorm,
there's an aesthetic value that's rising in you. Like, hey, I'm in a perfect city, so I want to be a perfect part of a perfect city. Like, who am I to have a messy room in this beautiful city? Is it like that?
I don't know if it's necessarily
because that could wear off because you're going to find some dirty parts of New York, no doubt. But
no, I've found it. Don't worry. I don't think it's an aesthetic thing. I think it's more of just like I know how long I've wanted to be here, and like I've literally like I've wanted this. I've wanted to wake up and be here and like be able to be like, oh, I live here. I've wanted that for so long, and now I'm here, and it's just like I don't know, something about that is it's like obviously like rewarding, but it's also like equally like rewarding as it is motivating. Because it's like, yeah, I got here, but I want to stay here after college. I want this place to be my life. And I wake up and I see it and I'm like, wow. And then like that like when I wake up, I'm like, I get out of bed immediately and I like start getting ready for the day, even when I don't have class until 6 p.m. some days.
So are you saying that you used to keep a messy room in San Diego because you wanted to get out of this life, and you keep a clean room in New York because that's the life? I'm teasing, but like how much of it is Girl Scouts? How much of it is parenting? How much of it is this new thing that you're telling me about, just like the motivation of the city that you're like, I'm curious about it. And then are you aware, like, are you saying to yourself, oh, I'm cleaning up right now. I never used to do this. This is not something I would do at home, but I'm doing it now. And are you conscious?
I don't say that as I do it.
Or do you just look back and be like, oh my God, my room's pretty clean. How did that? Like,
I don't say that as I do it, but when I get home from my classes or whatever I do, and I come back into my dorm, my bed's made, I'm like, wow, like I did that. I get to come back home and it's great. But I can say that I think a lot of even though I never shared a room with AJ or Brody, a lot of the shared space stuff, I can tell, and it's been pointed out to me, like that typically comes from siblings and like sharing a bathroom with your siblings. And like I've always shared a bathroom with like AJ and Brody, and it's like, it's always so crazy and all this stuff. But it's like, I don't know, there's like something you learn from that. And I like older and younger brother, and like sharing that and like dealing with like just the concept of shared spaces overall. But I had my RA meeting yesterday with my RAs, and we were talking and all this stuff, and they were saying that like, oh, like I would assume like a lot of that would come because we talked about siblings and stuff. And they're like, oh, like a lot of that probably comes from that because my suite mates had said that I was a really good suite mate, and with like the whole bathroom thing and all this stuff, and to kind of just like the kind of picking up after each other and all that stuff, like when needed. I don't know, but I think a lot of it does come from AJ and Brody indirectly. But I don't really know. I don't know what else it is. All I know is that I'm doing great here. So.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised about that. I like hearing things like getting your homework done, weeks ahead of time or way
on
before
a Friday
the due
night,
date. Rather than waiting things, it's just exciting. Rather than living like the fight or flight energy, like of stress and noise and busyness and craziness and messiness everywhere, and jamming all the social to play superhero in the last minute on the schoolwork. Like, no, like taking care of responsibilities first so you can enjoy the city that you love. Yeah. Is it like kind of like delaying gratification, doing what's necessary?
No, it's great. It's great because I have basically on Thursdays just listen to this real quick. Thursdays, from 6 p.m. till 8:45 p.m. So it's 2 hours and 45 minutes on a Thursday night. I have my math class. It had to be math. And I come home from that and I'm like starving and exhausted, but it's like was just in like the math mindset for so long that it's like I don't want to go out. I don't want to do anything. Like I'm gonna stay here. And then I like on Thursday, all my friends, everybody went out. And I was probably the only person on my floor that is still here. And I sat here. I was up until I would have been up until 3 in the morning anyway. So I went out, but I was up until 3 in the morning, just sitting on my bed, listening to my music. And I did all of my homework for all of this week. And then I went to bed peacefully. And then it's like, I have my whole weekend and I went out yesterday and it was great. And then tomorrow after class, I'm going to Radio City Music Hall and all this stuff. Cause it's like, I'm already done. Like I already did all my stuff.
Super cool. So, I'll tell you, one of the, it didn't make it into the book. I don't know if it was on the list, but I saw an old flyby coaching video. Because one of the things I'm trying to populate the YouTube. We haven't even talked about this on the show. We're not going to do it tonight because there's only 5 minutes left. But I'll say in summary, we're starting the KloobySnack TikTok channel where it's just KloobySnacks. It's not like Jeff Klubeck and we're featuring KloobySnacks or the Integrity Game and we're featuring KloobySnacks or Jeff's authors page and we're featuring KloobySnacks among the other books. It's like no, it's just KloobySnacks. That's the TikTok channel, TikTok/KloobySnacks. And so we've got a marketing intern that's working on it. I could introduce you guys if I thought you had any time in your schedule at all, if you want to have some impact or influence there. But otherwise, it's just going to move along in a non-urgent way. We're just going to slowly build. But one of the things that I've had to do is post or interact with TikTok because a marketing intern before set it up and it was like the home base was South Africa.
I know you told me about that.
Right. So I have to use TikTok 60 days in a row or something like that in the United States for me to be able to switch the home base to start getting homegrown analytics and blah, blah, blah. My point is that one of the things that I'm doing in order to just quickly use TikTok every day is I'm posting flyby coaching videos. Now, you remember flyby coaching videos. I created over 100 of those when I was flying around the world. On takeoff, I would shoot a little 3 to 5 minute video. Well, very, very often those videos were inspired by KloobySnacks, or they would contain KloobySnacks in them, or a KloobySnack would emerge in the course of shooting the video, right? So I'll just post these flyby coaching videos and I'll just write, can you find a KloobySnack in this flyby coaching video? And it's low hanging fruit. It's content that I can easily post once a day. It takes me, 30 seconds almost really to post it. And the tie-in is there. So this week, one of them was the KloobySnack was work hard, play hard. That's not the KloobySnack part, right? That's a familiar thing. Work hard, play hard. People have heard that before. But the ... that I added to it to make it a KloobySnack is because one's not worth it without the other. Work hard, play hard, because one's not worth it without the other. And talking it through, it's like, if you don't have things that you can enjoy, why work hard, right? But if all you have is things you can enjoy, then you follow like we need both. Both are really important. And what I love about that's what came to my mind when you shared what you shared. You're like, hey, I delayed gratification. I didn't go out. I did what was necessary. Maybe not even the most fun, but it was a smart choice because there was no distraction in the dorm. You had your peace and quiet. You got Zen. You did what you needed to do. And now this thing, right? And you get to go and really enjoy that concert instead of saying, oh, I'm going to the concert, but I have to do this thing after. Or I'm going to the concert, but... rather than still calculating where you're going to fit your responsibilities in, if you're done, you get to enjoy the play more if you take care of your responsibilities first, then right? And so that's what we've always tried to teach is delay gratification. I think back to Brody and Lucky Charms, eat all the oats first. Then all you've got left is a bowl full of marshmallows. It's all good after that. But if you eat all the marshmallows and then try to throw away the oats, your parents are going to get mad at you. And then you're back to hey, the toughest problem you'll ever solve is what am I going to do with these oats now that I've eaten all my marshmallows? Well, you should just eat the oats first. You could have solved that problem. It's a weird roundabout to tie it back into tonight's KloobySnack, but I'll give you the last word.
I got nothing, but I'm excited. Wait, this is not KloobySnack related, but I'm really excited for next week's installment, KloobySnack snack time, whatever. So I can keep updating. I think it's fun. I also think it's really fun now to tie the KloobySnacks into all the changes that are happening.
Yeah.
it's like, I've been here for literally 14 days, but everything I think is so different, and it's fun to have new things to tie it to rather than what I've been living for the past 17. And oh my gosh, wait, next KloobySnack, it's going to be the day after my 18th birthday.
Get down,
By the
adult.
way. Sorry, I just remembered.
Yeah, adult. Yeah, that's my theme for my students, my first-year students. I tell them day one and all throughout, you get to be yourself in my classroom, but you've got to be an adult. Get to be yourself, got to be an adult. Get to be yourself, got to be an adult. So
also,
yeah.
another little thing, I've gotten so many texts of people who have friends that have you, or people of some of my friends that have you. Yeah, it's like, so that's been really interesting. It's so funny now that I'm always obviously you're like a professor, but then it's like funny because now it's like, wait, you're teaching like my class.
Your class.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Anyways, I've gotten so many texts, and you just reminded me about that.
Keep me posted on that. Like we're making our mark on the world, right? We're pinky relatives, 3,000 miles, if our pinkies are holding us together. I love you so much. So happy for you. It's great to see you. Thank you for all of the ways that you're staying committed to this project and, the curiosity. And it is wonderful to see all of these snacks through these new lenses that you've got now that your world is just expanding exponentially minute by minute. Everything's changing for you so much faster now. So it's a treat for all of us. And we hope that anybody out there that's watching these sessions on a week-to-week basis, we hope you're getting something out of it as well. And Sunday night's a weird night to come on board and join a live stream. But if you ever want to get into the conversation with us, please do. We're always available at this convention, tinyurl.com/whatever week of the year it is after KloobySnack. So last call. Anything else before I switch into do my online office hours? I'm a minute late to my own Sunday night online office hours, but I have to put up the graphic here always, at least for a couple of seconds. Last call. Comments, questions, jokes, riddles, limericks, haikus, or expressions of gratitude.
I got nothing. All I know is next time you see me, I will finally be 18. So I'm really excited. That's it.
Yeah, back to this.
And I need a book. I need a book.
Yeah. I'll get. It sucks because Mom, I think, had a box ready for you for a care package, and I
think she sent it.
I didn't sneak a book in there. Well, like I've got books that are waiting.
She mailed me real KloobySnacks.
Yeah. She did. All right, we'll get you a book. It's easy enough to do that. We'll do that. I just got to remember to do it. I got to either wait for them to come and send it myself, or go onto Amazon and send it to you through Amazon. It's just
I forgot that it's literally on Amazon.
Yeah, you can buy it and have it sent to your house. It'll probably be there tomorrow if you went on Amazon and got it. Come on, buy your own book, Abby. Be a product of the product. All right. I love you. We'll see you next week. Good night, everyone. KloobySnacks, bite-sized and delicious.